HD TVs all the way around. Cheers to my friend Jimmy Klein and all the folks here at Jimmy K's. And they do have amazing specials with Labatt's whenever the Pens drop the puck. We're not here to talk hockey tonight. We're here to tell you about this great menu. Folks, everything on it, A to Z, is simply flat out off the hook and delicious. But also, Sweet 16 college basketball. He, of course, Greg Deolis, Vantage Management Group, our resident sports attorney and agent. You know him from the brand that is the Coons Market Black and Gold Sunday Show, each and every week with my buddy Bob Dvorak and Ted Arnaud and Greg. But before we talk Sweet 16 here at Jimmy K's, a big shout out and a thanks to Jamie Dixon, who is going to Texas Christian University, his alma mater. He's leaving the University of Pittsburgh. He and Ben Howland have been friends of your Pratte Pack for over a decade, and I just want to wish him nothing but the best. He will never, ever be forgotten in Pitt.
I agree with you 100%, Rob. Second winningest coach in the history of the program. A guy who really gave a lot to the program. Built Pitt from kind of like a smaller program in that Big East kind of smaller swim, now into the power conference of all conferences, the ACC, and really was able to make Pitt a place, a destination type place. But a chance for him to go home, a chance to go back to where he was from. I don't know that Jamie would have left for any other opportunity other than TCU. A great spot for him to be. Kudos to him, congratulations to him, and best wishes.
Yeah, you know, the Chancellor, the Athletic Director, Steve Barnes, they all had wonderful things to say about him, and I could not agree more. And let me just say this, we're all going to become armchair quarterbacks now. And being that we're in the Valley, my pick, this is my opinion, I'd like to see him leave Dayton and Archie Miller come to the University of Pittsburgh. You like it?
Well, you are certainly not going to be in the minority on that one. I think he's kind of one of those fan favorites, somebody that Pittsburgh knows, and a guy who's established himself as really an up-and-coming coach. Obviously, Sean, everybody would love to get Sean back here, but you're not going to pry him out of Arizona. Archie would be a great pick. A lot of people are talking about a guy who's already on the staff, and that being Brandon Knight, who played at Pitt. And Jamie, in fact, mentioned that Brandon Knight could be a guy who has an opportunity to move into that next level.
He got some ties at Pitt too, so that I'd be happy with that. Now, Sweet 16, it's the maddening time of March, and of course CBS Television that does a great job locally on KDK TV2. So much excitement. I got to tell you, I think it lived up to the hype and then some.
Oh, you talk about some great basketball, some heart-stopping finishes. You watch that University of Northern Iowa last night with Texas A&M, struggling with them. They're down 12 points with 31 seconds left. You think there's no way they're going to lose this game. All of a sudden, they're trying to throw balls off of guys and knock balls out of bounds. They go, and they're giving up layups. A really an interesting finish to that game. And they still hung around through a second overtime. They did not quit when they lost that lead. A great ball game there. You had Wisconsin coming back and hitting a buzzer beater. So, what could have been with Pitt if ifs and buts were fruits and nuts.
All right, now listen, here we go. I'm going to go down the list, and you just give me some of your thoughts. Top seed overall, Kansas Jayhawks. Who doesn't love Kansas basketball? And they did exactly what the big dog does. They rolled through the first couple of days.
They really did make a statement. Going to be very difficult to knock off Kansas the rest of the way.
North Carolina, how about them Tar Heels?
Well, they are strong, and halfway through the season, it looked like maybe there wasn't a great North Carolina team as in the old days, but they've come on and they deserve to be where they are.
All right, it's Virginia.
Studs.
Yes.
Studs. Play some defense there. Man, did they play some defense. And the old adage has always been defense wins championships. I like that part of them.
Oklahoma.
Buddy Hield. It's all about Buddy. And if they can do it, it's going to be about him filling it up. But I don't like having to rely on that one aspect.
I got to tell you, it feels like home again. Click your heels 3 times and say there's no place like home, because the month of March has the great program that is Villanova, the Wildcats, making headlines.
Come on, Rob, you're taking me back to the Raleigh Massimino days. I mean, it would be great to see them get some things going. I think it's a little bit of a stretch to think that they're going to go the rest of the way.
St. Joseph, out of the great state of Pennsylvania, we were rooting for you, but you ran into the Ducks of Oregon. Let's talk about Oregon.
Yeah, we don't get a chance to see Oregon as much as the hardcore fans do. You love the crazy Nike uniforms that they wear. Not a whole lot of insight there other than to say, hey, they knocked off a team that we had a chance to see a couple of times with the Duquesne Dukes, and that being St. Joe's.
Iowa State.
Studs again, but not likely to be ones who are going to be going another step.
All right, Maryland up next.
I like Maryland a lot. The move into the Big Ten, they really, in competing with Michigan State this year to lead the Big Ten, they are tough.
For those of us who are disciples of the great Bobby Knight and love Indiana Hoosiers basketball, when you think basketball, you think Indiana, even though Western Pennsylvania native John Calipari's Wildcats of Kentucky had to fill the raft. I'm happy for Tom Crean and Indiana.
Yeah, Tom Crean's a different cat, though. I mean, he rubs a lot of people the wrong way, but they're winning in Indiana, and to have knocked off Kentucky like they did, you got to feel that there's a good chance that they keep running.
South Beach is alive. It's all about the U, Miami.
Jimmy Larinaga, really having gotten an opportunity to make big strides up there and brought a program from really the ashes not that many years ago. They are really looking good.
Coach Krzyzewski and Duke.
Sick and tired of Duke. Gotta root against the Dukies.
No, it wouldn't be the same without Coach K. Are you kidding?
It would not be the same, and you're right. You always have to worry about Duke and a great coach like that.
Texas A&M.
It's scary because they should have lost. And anytime you get a team that gets that bad game out of their system, again, they should have lost and now can go on a run, they could be a team to reckon with.
Gonzaga.
The Zags. Mark Few is a great basketball coach. It would be a really good coach to come to Pitt, although not likely to see that happen. But, they're coming out of 11 seed, really a dark horse.
Listen, right off the heels of St. Patrick's Day, Coach Gray, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. I love the green. I love Notre Dame.
Dodged the huge bullet yesterday, winning by a point. But you got to like Notre Dame. They were in Pittsburgh last year in the tournament and really were a fun team to watch. They got some crazy uniforms going on now, so could be an interesting team to watch.
All right, Wisconsin.
Boy, they got lucky that they played the worst game of anybody in the tournament to win a game, and that was the Pitt game, and then to come back and hit a three at the buzzer yesterday afternoon. They got a shot.
Another big fan, me, of the Orangemen, Jim Boeheim. I have those memories of the Big East. I'm glad they're there. Let's roll Orangemen, Syracuse.
Left them for dead early in the season when Boeheim was suspended, but he comes back in a great basketball. There's a guy who established himself. I'm a really great basketball coach if I can do what I did to bring this team up from the ashes.
Don't forget more Greg Diolis Sundays at noon on the Coos Market Black and Gold Sunday Show, and the great new menu, Jimmy K. I'm telling you, folks, every chapter is simply delicious. And don't forget, Monday nights, Mexican food, incredible. Tuesday, wings. Wednesday, gyros. Thursday, wings. The fish salads on Friday. No one does them better. And then happy hour specials, 4 to 6 Saturday, 8 to 10 Sunday. I'm out. Thanks. Enjoy the month of March.